Hello, 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 hello. Hey, kid. How are ya? Ooh. Hey. I guess nobody else is on. They might be busy because I waited till the last minute. Oops. I'm good. You doing okay? Other than my hair's driving me crazy. It has. So hubby did this thing. I don't know what it's called, but he like holds my head and turns it to the side and back, and it like realigns the crystals in your ears. It worked. It worked. Hey Pat, how's it going? Hey CBO, how's it going? Hey Darlene, how's everybody doing? Everybody had a good couple of weeks? Yeah, the vertigo thing, man, it is no fun. No fun at all. The whole room was spinning and I was nauseous. I mean, I've had it before, but it just seems to like come back lately. I don't know. Me too, Ken. I kind of decided last minute to go ahead and do it tonight. I didn't post any videos this week, so. Hey, Justin. I know, I'm so sorry, Ken. Oh, it's been crazy here. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It is, Pat. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. It was like horrible. I can't, it wouldn't go away. And I was trying to figure out like what it was from, right? I thought maybe it was from, like from a spirit or something. But apparently it's just me and my crystals in my ears get misaligned and then it happens. And now we know how to fix it though, thank goodness. I mean, it was horrible. Like, can't even like lift your head up because if you lift your head up, then the room really spins and the nausea is worse. And the doctor had given me this medicine for the vertigo and then a medicine like an anti-nausea medication. But I mean, neither one was helping. So fortunately, hubby figured out, watch this thing on this doctor who did it. And because I had it done to me the very first time I had vertigo, which was maybe a year ago. And I didn't really remember it because I had went into the emergency room because I didn't even know it was vertigo. Like, it's the first time I'd ever had it. And they put me on so much medication. Like, I was so out of it. And the guy was like, look, I have this problem and I do this to myself at home. Can I try it on you to see if it works? And I'm like, sure, whatever. Because they had given me like every medication. And I was so drugged up and I felt miserable and the room was still spinning. So we did it and immediately the vertigo went away. Well, then I come home, fast forward. I didn't remember really how to do it. I just know I had to like hang my head off the table. I'm just grateful I don't have it right now because it was horrible. Oh, you had your Malibu ready. Yeah. Yeah, he was taking good care of me. Definitely. It was just a nightmare. My son was over too. He was helping out, but it was horrible. It's just been one thing after another. Every time we turn around, it's something else. And I kind of like, so I tried to get a video for this week, right? Because I didn't do any reading because I had been sick all of last week with the vertigo and headaches and nausea and all that. So I tried to do a video. I went to a cemetery and everything, and it didn't work out. It wasn't good. So I've got to get back on track. But I think what I'm going to do is do like one video a week for the next couple of weeks, because we have so much going on, you know, getting ready for Christmas and everything. So, Pat, you know what? I couldn't. I had the first full day that I had the vertigo, I think I had like a piece of toast and I just kept feeling nauseous. And, you know, the medication that they gave me, they were like, oh, you know, this will knock out nausea on anybody. It didn't. I think it just made me like drowsy. It really didn't take the nausea away. So as long as I didn't eat or like smell food, I was okay, if that makes any sense. But oh, thanks, Darlene. Yeah, I was thinking about getting it chopped, but I do that every now and then. I chop a bunch of it off, let it grow back in. Yeah, I'm telling you, the second that hubby did that thing where I hung my head off the bed and then he took my head and moved it this way and moved it this way and then whipped it back, immediately it was gone. It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. It was. I'll tell you, you know, I've had people, this guy that I know from this, he does like a biker ministry. I've known him for 10 years or something. Anyway, he was like talking about he had vertigo and his is so bad that he has to sleep at night in like a reclined position to where he's almost like sitting up. Sorry. And I was like, that sucks. But now I get it. Like, I felt bad for him when he told me, but then I'm like, really? But after having it, horrible. Anyway. Hey, Kara, welcome. Oh, thanks, hon, yeah. Jeez. I'm tired of talking about being sick. Let's talk about something good. Ugh. Now I can't remember what I was going to say. Well, it just came and went, so I guess it wasn't too important. Has everybody been getting shopping done, Christmas shopping done? I'm trying to. I have to get... My brother is going to hang out. My brother and my nephew are going to go to my sister's house for Christmas. So I've got to like finish the shopping this weekend, wrap them and get them in a box and get them shipped to Kansas City, or it's not going to make it by Christmas. So I got to hurry up. Thanks, Darlene. Aw. Hey, am I pronunciating your name right? Maciel? Is that right? Maciel? Sorry if I butchered it. I'm really good at butchering names. Oh, there goes my son leaving. Yeah, so I've been trying to get all the shopping done, and my husband hasn't even started on my shopping. But I do like his shopping, my son's shopping, his girlfriend's shopping, his daughter's shopping, and then my sister and brother. So I do all that end of it. Yeah, I mean, my sister and my brother, we don't get each other like a whole lot, but, you know, just a little something, something. Yeah, my decorating's done. Thank goodness. I did it early, though, so. Ooh, I understand, Pat. That's like my nephew this year. He wants like this. I don't want to sound stupid. It's like a code. Like you pay for the code, and then he puts that code in and he can play that particular game or something online. I figured I'd get him that because I know that's something he wants because otherwise I have no clue what to get him. He has everything, you know? It's like, you know, and then my hubby's like, oh, I don't know what to get you. I got to do your shopping. I'm like, I am the easiest person in the family to buy for. Like, I'm easy. I'll like anything. You know what I mean? Like, you can get me kitchen gadgets. You can get me anything for the kitchen. You can get, you know what I mean? Like, I'm simple. I like everything. I used to make my kids every holiday write me a poem or a letter. You know, I still make my son do that. He did it on Mother's Day. And I have like, you know, a big box of letters and poems and stuff, you know, from over the years with the kids. So that means a lot to me. So, hey, Afton, what's up? What was I talking about? Nothing, absolutely nothing. My mind is so, you guys, I've got so much going on behind the scenes. It's not even funny. Yeah. So my hubby has been doing trim, right, on my main level, like where my pergo flooring is. He's doing trim like all the way around, which was a pain in the butt, you know, and he's got to move everything, and, you know, we're trying to go through stuff and throw crap away, and the trash men probably hate me because when they came the other day, it was like, and unfortunately, so our trash company, our trash service used to come twice a week, right? I guess they have tons of employees out with COVID, so they're like short staffed. So they were like, the week of Thanksgiving, they were like, oh, you know, they may or may not come. And I mean, they've picked ours up like a day late. So twice a week, they're a day late. But I feel bad for the guys. Like, I mean, you know, they're busting their hump. They're working at, you know, 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. You know, it's pitch dark out there and they're picking up people's trash because they're so short staffed. I feel so bad for them. I wish it were like the same trash people, because I would like get them something for Christmas, like something small, but it's not the same trash people. So I've always done this, especially in the summer when it was so hot. I would take them out, you know, like bottled water and like, you know, like a little thing of Cheez-Its or snacks or whatever. I would always, when they would come, I would always do that for them. But it's been really bad. Like, I feel so bad for them. How many animals do I have? Okay, I have a cat and a dog. My dog is D minor. She's a min pin. And my cat, Ella, her name's Ella Maybe. B stands for black because she's a black kitty. Oh my God, she has been a heathen the past couple of days. A heathen, I tell you. She has been. But you know what? Here's the cool part. Like, she hasn't really attacked the tree at all. She didn't attack the tree last year. So, but she tears everything else up that she can find, trust me. She's a paper shredder. So my husband had like a file with papers in it from his job. And like she got on it and started shredding his papers and like destroying them. And he's like, yeah, this is going to look really good when my boss asks me for this paperwork. And I say, I'm sorry, but my cat ate it, you know, and she really did. It was funny. Yeah. Nah, Ken. CPO. No wonder he's your ex. He's your ex for a reason. He sucked at buying gifts. My husband, he nails it every time. Like, when he buys me clothes, they always fit and I love them. Like, he knows my style. I mean, we've been together for 30 some years. So, you know, he knows my style and he knows what I like. So every year he says, oh my gosh, I don't have time. I've got so much stuff to get for you. I don't know what to get for you. And then he always gets me amazing things and knocks it out of the park every year, you know. Aw, Pat. I remember going shopping with my dad. He was a trip. He would say, "Come with me and let's go get your mom's presents." And I'm like, "Okay." He was funny. He was a funny shopper. Like, he would pull out a couple of things and he would be like, "I think she'll like this one." And I would be like, "I think she'd like that one." you know? But he was fun to shop with. He really was. Because my dad was like, cool dude. I miss him. The holidays, it always sucks without my parents. But I know they're in a good place, and that's what matters. You know what, Justin? It's funny that you should say that. Yeah, so all the restaurants and bars have to be closed. It was just that they had to stop serving alcohol at 10 p.m., but now it's that they actually close at 10 p.m., and we have a, what is it called? A mandatory lockdown that no one can go out between midnight and 5 a.m. And this just came about yesterday, right? Or 2 days ago. And when I heard that, I'm like, are you more apt to get COVID at midnight? Because nobody's ever out between midnight and 5 a.m. because there's nothing to do because everything's shut down, But they just put this new altered stay-at-home thing here in my town, and it's just insane. Yeah, and then the governor said, if our numbers continue to climb, I'll be back with even more restrictions. And, the whole thing is all these places are on lockdown. People are still getting this virus, So, I don't know. It's so frustrating. Oh, Afton, I'm so sorry about that. It really sucks. I know. It really sucks. I've lost so many family members, and yeah, I'm so grateful I haven't lost a sibling, though. That would just kill me. Hula Bunny, I feel that's what I've been doing. And, I want to support the mom and pop stores, right? But there's so many restrictions now here that technically you're not supposed to just go out to a store and shop. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to go to a clothing store. I'm surprised our mall isn't closed. I really am. Last time our mall was shut down for months. So I'm really surprised it's still open. I'm sure it'll just be a matter of time before it's closed, I'm sure. Wow, Kara, really? Good for you, Pat. You should buy yourself a gift. There's nothing wrong with that. I have to restrain myself when I'm out shopping for my family. Because, of course, when I'm out shopping for them and not me, then I find everything. When I'm out shopping for myself, I never find a daggone thing, So, yeah. I bet, Hula Bunny. This sounds like fun, though, we just bought our great nephew a gift for his birthday recently. His little party was so much fun. Oh my gosh. He was like, oh my God, he got so much stuff. This kid is so spoiled. He has so much family. The kid is spoiled. You know what, Afton, when last time we drove past the mall, it was pretty empty too. There were some people in the Walmart that's attached to the mall, but it's pretty empty. We've had so many stores. Well, I don't know that to be a fact because I haven't gone into the mall, but supposedly we've had a whole ton of stores that are shut down permanently because of all this. It's just so sad. I mean, we had the town where I live, we had this guy who owned this store, and the store had literally been there since the 1800s. And he's owned it since, I think he bought it in the 70s. He bought it from a family member, took it over from a family member in the 70s, and he shut down recently. And it's crazy because it's always been there. That's the one thing consistent here that's always been there, you know, and to see that building like empty now, it's crazy. Yeah, Pat, it's like that here too. It's insane. You know what, Ken? And you know what? I hate that though. Like, but you're so right. That's what's going to happen. You know, I mean, yeah, it's so easy to go online and buy something. But you know, there's just something about doing things the old way, like walking in, seeing something you like, checking it. You know what I mean? Like, where's your favorite place to shop? Amazon? No. I don't know, Target, Walmart. I'm simple, you know? Yeah, I haven't heard anything because you know the government, we do that they threaten to shut the government down every year around Christmas and they have to like re-up the budget, right? So I haven't heard if they've re-signed it or not, but you know, because that's where the majority of the people here work, you know, they work for the government, you know, whether they telecommute or not. So many people around here work for the government. They work on government contracts, so yeah, they'd be screwed if the government shut down. My husband would be screwed if the government shut down. What the heck was that? Sorry, guys, seeing things. It's so bad, Pat. It's so bad. You know, and the sad thing is, like, you know, I worked for 10 years doing the pantry, and I really hate not doing it now, you know. But it's so busy, and I just had this huge fear that I was going to end up getting sick. I don't know. I had a lady contact me that she knows that I worked at the other pantry for all those years, and she knows I know what I'm doing. So she was like, I would love to have you come over to our pantry. So I may actually, you know, maybe when things are a little safer, I may go and work at that one. Because, you know, I loved working with the homeless people and, you know, the less fortunate. And I met a lot of really cool people because of that place. Like a lot of really cool clients, you know. I missed it. Oh, it's bad, Ken. It's bad. So my husband and I, 2 weekends ago, we headed out to go to the grocery store, right? And we drove past this church, and all of a sudden we see like, I mean, lines and lines and lines of cars. And I'm like looking, and I mean, we're talking like probably 100, at least 100 cars, okay, at least. And they were lined up for a food pantry. Somebody was offering a food pantry on Saturday morning, and it was insane. And I mean, they were lined up, and the people were carrying out boxes that were like, you know, this big to each car, you know. The food pantry I worked at, we were fortunate that we had, we would get fresh meat, we would get I can't even talk, fresh produce. When I first started there 10 years ago, we were actually getting like eggs, milk, butter, but we stopped getting that. But I mean, it's insane. Like the food pantries in the Washington, D.C. area, it's insane. There are so many people hungry. I mean, it's just sad. I know, Pat, right? Oh my gosh, you guys, I was so worried. So my sister, she retired in February, right before COVID hit. And so she's been like stuck at home, right, throughout the pandemic. Well, she has a neighbor, and he like doesn't really have family or anybody. So like she'll make a big pot of chili, or she'll make some soup or something, and she'll go take it down to him and check on him, and she texts, you know, back and forth with him every day to make sure he's okay and if he needs anything, you know. But she has like really bad asthma. So she had taken food to him, and then like 3 days later he called her and he was so upset. He was like, I'm so sorry, but I have COVID. And she was like, okay, she had been wearing her mask, and she, would walk in and put the stuff down, and like she didn't get near him or anything. So she said, I'm fine, So she went and had her test, and sure enough, she was okay. The guy, on the other hand, I guess, he's fortunate that he's not in the hospital, right? But he's had like every symptom. He's had stomach issues. He's had headaches, fever. He can't smell. He can't taste. He's just had a hard way to go. But fortunately, he's doing okay, which, with his health issues, it's amazing, But I told my sister, if anybody were going to get COVID, if I started working at the food pantry again, I would get it, Because I hustled there, like, it was a voluntary thing. I'd been there 10 years. I knew how to do everything, and I worked like the back area by myself. So I was the one that got like everybody's boxes of food together. So if a family had 10 people, I would give them more meat than a family that had 2 people, So, I was hustling, and I was carrying heavy boxes out to their car, and I was moving, doing it all myself in the back. And so it would be my luck, Like one time I would pull my mask down for a second and I'd end up with COVID, So I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going there. That's funny, Kara. Yeah, I told my husband, I said, I've been social distancing for years, with the exception of going to the food pantry and helping, I don't go run around. I'm a homebody. Oh, I bet, Darlene. Darlene, I just saw, so my cousin, her son and his kids went to see Santa and get their picture taken. This was in the Midwest. So literally it was Santa sitting in a chair with a mask on, and then there was a piece of, geez Louise, there was a piece of like plastic, right? And then they sat in front of the plastic. So like Santa was in the background. My cousin's son was like, it's just the weirdest experience. He's like, this is just so weird. I don't even know if they're doing that in our area. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. Oh, I love TJ Maxx. In fact, I want to go to TJ Maxx tomorrow. I need to find something else for my sister, and hoping I can find something there. Me too, Kara. My son and I were just talking about it. I had to go with him to run an errand today. And I was like, man, because, my God, I just went blank again, you guys. What is wrong with me? Jeez. Leonard Skinner. So hubby and I too, not this past summer, because of course there were no concerts, but the summer before we went to see Leonard Skinner concert. And like, I would have never thought that I would enjoy the concert as much as I did. It was amazing. And so a song came on today, and I looked at my son and I'm like, God, I miss concerts so bad. Like, I can't wait till they start again. I love to go to concerts, or go listen to music at a bar, and you can't even do that now. Yeah. I hope 2020 will be better. Plexiglass. That's it, Pat. Oh my God, I'm losing it. Aw, Christina, I'm so sorry. Hey, Bethany. Hey, Pittsburgh. What's up? I love Pittsburgh. Hubby went there for work 2 years ago, and I went with him, and I had a blast. I absolutely loved Pittsburgh. We went to see a Pirates game and running around and doing all kinds. I love it there. It's so nice. I would move there in a second. Well, no, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. I think I want to go somewhere where there's an ocean, or where there's not so much daggone cold weather. Yeah, darling. It's like that here too. We have a homeless shelter that hands out food, and then we have, gosh, I don't know how many, like all the way around the metro area. They're everywhere, but it's still not enough. That's the sad reality is a family of 5, like the pantry I helped at, a family of 5 that would come in. I would load them up with produce and load them up with meat and stuff and canned goods, but it only lasts so long, and people could only come there every 3 months, and then they could go. So I would give them a list and say, go to these food pantries, to kind of supplement. But it's insane now. I mean, it's just horrible. Oh, I bet, Bethany, I bet. Ginger. The Haley Dunn case. Why does that sound so familiar to me? I don't know. Yeah, I'll add her to my list, honey. Let me tell you, I was counting the other day, right? I have like 140 some names on the list. I have a lot to do. And I can't just do one like, Ella, hi. Hi, Ella. Kitty's coming. Hi, Ella. Come here. Come here. She's so goofy.
We're not going to Pittsburgh. I can't stand Pittsburgh.
My husband said, no, we're not going to Pittsburgh. I can't stand Pittsburgh. You liked it. It was nice. We had a good time.
Yeah, but the football team, I couldn't do it.
He doesn't like the Steelers. All right, let me see. I'm getting behind y'all. Yeah, I don't know why Haley Dunn sounds so familiar. But yeah, so when I do like a reading, like if someone says, will you do the Haley Dunn case, right? I connect, and that doesn't always happen right away. Sometimes, but I keep trying because sometimes I can't connect with spirit right away. So I keep trying, and once I can, I do what I need to do, and then I have to do the research, right? So it takes forever. I feel your pain, Afton. I love concerts and I miss them horribly. Pat, I'm so sorry. I know it's gotta suck. Christina, welcome, welcome, welcome. Did I say welcome to you, Bethany? Welcome, Bethany. Bethany, what kind of music does your hubby do? I could tell you some stories, girl. I worked at this like huge venue backstage. Yeah, I got the goods on a bunch of people. Let's see. Hi from the south suburbs of Chicago. Hey, my friend Alicia Saman, she lives in the south suburbs of Chicago. I feel your pain sarcastically. Me, I would be concerned too. I don't want to get into like the bad crap, but I've had this feeling since probably December of last year that something like big is going to go down and it's going to be like permanent. I haven't been able to figure it out, unfortunately, but it's still there, very much so. It's still there. Christina, I'm so sorry. It's just unbelievable right now. Before I came on here, I was on my Instagram account, right? And I was looking through, and this poor guy, he doesn't have enough, gas, I guess, for his furnace. And it's like snowing where he is, and he had been sleeping on an air mattress, and that busted. And he has like all kinds of physical health issues. So I guess somebody brought him a bed today, fortunately. But he needs like gas. I just feel bad. Like people are hurting so bad. I wish I had the money to just help everybody. I really do. I have so many readings to do, Ken. Thank you, girl. It's unbelievable. Thank you, Ginger. Thank you, honey. Bethany. Thanks, Christina. Hey, Cynthia from New Mexico. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Oh, nice, Bethany. That's so cool. I bet you he knows a lot of people I know. A lot of the old time rock and rollers that are now like fading away, unfortunately. You know what? I cannot remember the guy's name for the life of me. He was a tour manager for many years. I cannot remember his daggone name. I just went totally blank. I know, Ken, right? It's going to take me forever. Ooh, Pat, you're having knee surgery. I'm going to pray for you, girl. Hey, Dawn, how's it going, girl? Hey, Kim, how's it going? Everything's good. You doing okay? Dawn, you all right? I know, it just kills me. You know, I mean, like when I was at the food pantry, people would come in and they would tell me, like, you know, what was going on in their life. And I would call my husband. Is it okay if I go to the ATM and take out some money? And he was like, why do you even ask? You don't need to ask me. Just do what you feel moved to do, right? But like, it was bad because it was like, you know, I felt so bad. Like, I just wanted to help everybody, you know? Bethany, I'm in the DC area. Yep. Hi, Lisa. Oh, another one from Pittsburgh. Hey, girl. Thank you. Of course, Pat, anytime. Okay, what am I missing here, you guys? I think I missed something. John, who are you talking about? Talking about someone I was talking about? I feel you, Christina. We were just talking about that out here. They've got Maryland, DC, and Virginia. Really, Ken? Really? My psychotic wife? Oh, God. That's so weird. Oh, you have family in Sterling and Fairfax? That's too cool. My husband actually, the job that before the one that he had now, he was working in Fairfax. I know exactly where Fairfax is, know it well. I know Sterling well. I lived in Sterling for, I think, 2 years. Yep. Hey, Shell, how's it going, girl? Wow, I need to change my channel name if that's the case. I mean, I actually thought about changing it, you know, but I don't know what I'd change it to. Besides, some people think I'm psychotic, so there you go. I had a private message from a guy the other day. This long message about how I'm fake, how psychics are fake, how I'm going to go to hell. I mean, he just like went on and on and on about how horrible of a person I was. So I was like, okay, I can handle this a couple of ways. I can completely ignore him. But I was like, I'm not going to ignore him. So I started by telling him a couple of things I saw about him and around him and things that were going on in his life. And I said, so who's fake now? And I said, but you know what? I'm going to pray for you, you know, because he's spouting all this crap about, you know, I'm going to hell, you know, and if I don't stop doing this, you know, I was just all this crap. And then so I literally laid out a whole bunch of stuff that I saw about him and around him. And do you know that I didn't hear from him for like 3 days? He wrote back and said something about, oh, you obviously looked me up. I'm like, what do you, I looked you up? Where the hell did I look you up at? You know what I mean? I was like, and the stuff that I was seeing, it wasn't something you could look up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something the average Joe Blow would know. I mean, I knew like specifics about the dude. And he said I looked him up. And I'm like, I don't even know your name. And the funniest part was, he wrote to me under his email. And his email was some like, I don't know, some long word that didn't even make sense to me, right? So I'm like, how in the hell would I look you up, you know? Yeah. I could not believe that. He said, you looked me up. I just ignored it. I'm not saying anything else. Oh no, Dawn, that sucks. I am so sorry. That sucks. That's so cool, Darlene. What a cool thing. Yeah, my hubby, he was fortunate enough to see like he went to this party. You know, he grew up in California and he went to a party in somebody's backyard. You know, it was like a big, huge mansion. The girls had to pay $2 and the guys had to pay $2 and the girls were free. So he's listening to this band and he's like, wow, they're really good. Well, it was Van Halen before they became famous. And yeah. So he's like met a lot of people, you know. From Leonard Skinner. Wow. That's so cool, Kim. You want to hear a funny story? I think I already told you guys this. Ginger. It depends. Like my spirit guides help me with information. And then honestly, I don't know how to describe it. I just have a spirit that comes through and like tells me. I don't know how to describe it. In most cases, I think it's a spirit that's connected to whatever I'm trying to, you know, see or figure out. Yeah. What? I know, Tom, man, that sucks. Okay, what else? I did scare him, Shell. That was the whole point. You know, because he was sitting there preaching to me about how I was going to hell and, you know, so I was like, I'm going to pray for you. And you know what? I did pray for him. I didn't pray what I wanted to pray. Of course, I wanted to say, you know, please let this knucklehead fall or something. You know, I would never say that. I could think it, but I would never say it. But that's the same thing as saying it, isn't it? If you're thinking it, so. Hey, I'm not perfect, you guys. I think that shit too, trust me. I physically envision myself hitting people. I get so angry sometimes. Aw. Oh, cool, darling. That is so cool. Eddie did die. That was so daggone sad. Cynthia. I don't know why. Just so you know, I don't know why. I don't know how I get what I get or why I get what I get, Cynthia, but Richard. It's either connected to Richard or his name is Richard. Sorry, I don't know. Lisa, yeah, they do. But a lot of times I have dreams. Like, I'm still having dreams. I still have dreams of this woman that I need to figure out. I've been dreaming about the Las Vegas shooting again. Like, and it's repetitive. You know, it's not like I just have a dream on a Monday night and that's it. It's like I have it like every night and it keeps coming back and coming back. Up until recently, I would have the dreams, and like each time I had the dream, I would learn something different or I would see something different. But that's not happening now. It's really bizarre. I don't know. I guess maybe things are changing for me for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of times I'll have a dream and it'll be like the answer to something, you know, or my dreams are the same as my visions, okay? So I'll have a dream at night when I sleep, or I'll be sitting here and then my camera will disappear, everything will disappear, and like I'll see like a movie in slow motion. Yeah. And like so if I'm doing a reading for Jane Doe, okay, and all of a sudden everything disappears, and if I've been like trying to connect with Jane Doe and trying to, you know, get whatever I get from them to do their personal reading, then all of a sudden everything could disappear and I could start seeing something in slow motion. And I'm like, oh, okay, that relates to Jane Doe, you know? So a lot of times it's like, I mean, when I have the dreams and visions, it's not like it's spelled out to me, you know what I mean? So a lot of times I have to like figure out who it's about and what it's about. Yeah. Oh, really, Show? You know what? It's weird that the past couple of videos there have been EVPs in them. I'm not good with the EVP thing. Y'all know that. Like, I'm not good with that. But I'm trying. Oh my God, I didn't even tell you. So box comes the other day, and you know I've been ordering Christmas gifts. I didn't think anything of it. I set it on the step, and then my son came over, and he was going to come upstairs to see my hubby, and I was like, hey, take this up to Dad because I think this is his. Well, as I hand it to my son, I see on the side it says Ghost Box. But I didn't pay much attention to it. Like, it didn't click because my mind was on something else, you know? So I was like, oh, wow, cool. He got me something for ghost hunting, right? So, like, 10 minutes later, my son's like, here, Dad said to give this to you. My husband is infamous for giving me my gifts early. It drives me bonkers. Like, I like to wait until Christmas morning, right? He cannot wait. He's like a little kid. So anyway, he got me this really nice spirit box. So I took it to a cemetery, right? And I'm trying to get the habit of using it, but here's the problem. So we went to actually a cemetery, but prior to that, I went to like 2 places that are like older that I know have activity. And we were like outside. Here's the problem. So I'm so used to getting information up here, psychically, that to listen to a spirit box, it's hard to change up here to turn that off and be like, because the whole point is, you know, I can ask a spirit questions, and then if they answer through the spirit box, then y'all can hear them. You know what I mean? Instead of me saying, oh, he answered and said A, B, and C. You know, so it's so hard. You have no idea how hard it is to turn it off. So I was trying to turn it off and shut it out, but I was having people come through here, and then they're saying things in the box, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is driving me insane. And I kept getting this guy's name, and I knew he was like, this was during the day at a historic place. And I knew this guy was like connected to this house across the street. let me just say, it was hard, y'all. It's I really have to like keep doing it, you know, just to get used to it, because it's really hard to do. Like, I thought, oh, this is going to be a piece of cake. I'll ask them a question up here, they'll answer on here. But if I ask them a question either verbally, you know, with my mouth, or up here, they answer me up here. They don't. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. Sorry. First world problems, right? Oh, cool. You started with crystals and stones. Nice. Nice. Thanks. Thank you, Christina. I have my different that I wear all the time. I actually just got into crystals not too long ago. Like on Halloween, I actually charged my crystals Halloween night. I'm just afraid, like, people were like, oh, since you're psychic, you should put the crystals underneath your pillow. I'm scared to do that, y'all. I already have bad enough dreams at times. Like, I'm sure that would like really intensify the dreams. That's true, Pat. There are just people out there that just don't believe. I mean, there are. Although I've had a couple skeptics that I've turned around. It can happen. I mean, I don't care if it happens personally. And I'm not saying that to be like a snob or anything, but, you know, if you don't believe in me, that's on you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not on me. I'm just grateful that I have the followers that I have, and I really appreciate you guys. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. I haven't like monetized my channel, which is so funny because all of these people that always write like nasty stuff in the comments, a lot of them say, I can't believe you get paid money to do this. Like, yeah, YouTube doesn't pay me a penny. I'm not monetized. I don't get it 1 cent. I don't want to monetize yet because I have people that I've watched on YouTube for a long time, and then they monetize, and then like every 2 sentences, a stupid commercial's coming up, which I understand they don't have control over that, but it's just so frustrating. And I'm like, I gotta put that off as long as possible. I don't want to have to deal with that right now. Let's see, where am I at? You're welcome, Ginger, anytime. You can always ask me questions. I tell people all the time, if you have a burning question that you need answered, you can get a hold of me. I'm not like most psychics out there. Most psychics are like, oh yeah, I'll answer your question if you give me $10. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, you guys. Let me just say, I've talked about these sisters before. I'm not going to mention who they are, but they're pissing me off. They are truly pissing me off. They make a crap ton of money off of people on YouTube, right? And they're faker than a $3 bill. I mean, you guys, it's gonna be all I can not to say who they are, okay? They are the same ones that said back in 2016, when the presidential election happened in the United States and Donald Trump won, they said, well, we weren't wrong. Hillary did win. She won the popular vote. Sorry, I just threw that little in there for dramatic effect, although I'm sure they probably do that with their little wigs that they wear on their head. Hi, Emma. Come here. Come here, kitty. Yeah. You guys, the stuff that they have been saying on there, they're driving me bonkers. They're just driving me bonkers. Oh, Kim, good. I'm glad you talked to her. You should. That's awesome. You definitely should. Dawn, if I ever see him, I'll let you know, honey. I definitely will. You know what, Pat? I feel your pain on that. I can so relate. I mean, obviously, look at me. You know, um, I don't have like a huge support system. You know, let me rephrase that. I don't have a huge support system when it comes to like psychic support system, but I have a huge support system. You know what I mean? Um, I understand where you're coming from. I totally get where you're coming from. Ken, your cats. Yeah, they don't understand. I get you, Lisa. It is, Darlene, isn't it? Especially nowadays, man. It's scary. You know what, Don? Honestly, come here. Come here, Ella. She doesn't want to come in. You know, I would think this works for everyone. Like, just say a prayer every night and ask your mom to come through. It can't hurt, you know? Okay, wait a minute, you guys. I'm trying to get caught up here. Night, CPO. Take care, honey. Darlene. Paris has a pretty voice. She really does. It blew me away when I heard her first song. I was like, wow. Because when she first started, like her and her boyfriend started their group, her singing was not very good. Like, she's come a long way, and she has a really pretty voice now. Thank you, Lisa. That's sweet to say. Oh, there you are, kitty. Where are you going? Come here, Ella. Christina, you're not talking too much. You can say whatever you want. Ella, say hi. Hi. My name's Ella, and I have horrible eyes. They run all the time, and Mommy has to clean them out all the time. Huh. Oh my God, you guys, she's getting heavy. You're getting heavy. I'm calling you fat. I'm sorry. I know you're a girl. I'll cover your ears and call you fat. You're getting fat like me. Ken. We like when you talk too much, Ken. We love you. Aw, thank you, Shell. You're so sweet. So anyway, I got distracted. These psychic girls, y'all, they're killing me. They're killing me. If you look, eventually you'll figure out who they are. But it's just, I hate to say this, okay? Because, I mean, as psychics, we have a hard enough time convincing people that we're legit. But when you have people that say they're psychic and they're not, you know, it just screws it up for everybody else. And the readings that they give, okay, and they have tons of followers, tons of subscribers, and they're on many different social media platforms, and they do readings for the quote stars, and they're insane. Like, it's funny because I watched this one video, and so they were like, everything that pops into their head they were saying to this guy, right? And the guy was like, and you could just clearly tell that he was kind of like, none of this is making any sense, right? So then the one girl's like, oh, I got it. Oh, of course. Okay, this is what it means, right? One of those deals to where Nothing sounded right to the guy. And you could clearly tell by his body language that nothing was right. And so you could kind of see that he was just kind of like, okay, whatever, I just want to get out of here. This is embarrassing type of thing. And then she would pop up with something else. And then he's like, oh, well, yeah, I guess that kind of relates a little bit to, you know, it's one of those deals, right? You guys, like, so as these two sisters are getting this stuff, I'm getting like a million things, right? And so I'm sitting there thinking, maybe I should write this stuff down, which I didn't. And this guy is a big star and everybody knows who he is. And, you know, he's like an A-lister. And then I'm looking back going, I should have wrote that stuff down and like try to get a hold of him. Oh, thank you, Shell. You guys are crazy. So Sloan Bella. I watched Ken. Oh my gosh, what video was that recently? Oh, was it Shanann? Was it Shanann Watts that you told me about? That Sloan Bella did? Anyway, so I didn't know, I still don't know much about Sloan Bella. I just know I tried to get a hold of her, never heard back from her about the dream I was having about her son. Anyway, so Ken, what video? I cannot remember for the life of me today. My mind's just blown. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, Shanann Watts, the part 1 and part 2. Yeah.
That reminds me of the A-lister. Reminds me of when you said, "Oh, you're gonna have a baby." Remember?
Oh yeah. I remember that.
I can't remember who it was.
I remember. All right, so let me interject for a second. My hubby just reminded me of something. So I was talking about these two psychic sisters and this A-lister. Years ago, I was on this. It was like a psychic channel where people could call. Excuse me. Y'all, I had to pay the bills. Anyway, so we had a lot of A-listers that called in there. So I had just started doing like video chat to do it, and an A-lister came in. I'm not going to say who it was. Huge guy in a bunch of movies, gorgeous human being, like drop dead gorgeous man. So I'm, doing this reading, and he's like, wow, you just answered all my questions within 25 seconds. He's like, normally I'm on here for like a half an hour. And I'm like, really? So he's like, are you seeing anything else? And I was like, well, yeah, I'm seeing one thing in particular, and I don't know how you're going to take this. And he was like, just tell me. So I said, see that you're going to have a baby? And he was like, no, absolutely not. He's like, you were right on until that came out. He's like, no, I don't want to be a dad. That's not going to happen. And I was like, okay, but it's going to happen. So we said our goodbyes. He was gone. Probably 2 months later, it comes out on TMZ or something that his little model wife or girlfriend or whatever is pregnant. And I was like, I told you so. I think it was his girlfriend at the time. They hadn't been together very long. So I was like, yeah, I told you so, buddy. It was funny. Oh, wait, you guys, I'm getting like behind again. Hold on. Oh, thanks, Ginger. Yeah, I may one day do Patreon, I just not there yet. No, Michael is still there on the other side. I haven't tried to get in touch with Elvis, and I haven't tried to get in touch with Marilyn yet. Oh yeah, so I was talking about Sloan Bella. So she's like, no doubt, right? She's amazing. I mean, her knowledge of astrology and everything blows my mind. I mean, she is like really good with that. I totally believe that she's psychic. No ifs, ands, or buts. She just sometimes, she's just really, what's the word? She's really like blatantly honest, right? And she sees a lot more because she lives in California. She lives in LA. She deals with stars on the regular. She sees a lot more things than people like me see. I don't see, I'm sure when she does particular stars readings, I'm sure she sees a lot of stuff, if you know what I mean. Like a lot of the pedophilia and stuff like that. You know, she has a different way of doing things than what I do. So far, what I've seen, I think she's amazing. I admire her for the way that she knows, what is it, astrology, numerology, all that, because I don't know squat about it. People always ask me, like, you know, about their signs and stuff, and I'm like, I have no earthly idea. Like, if I get it from spirit, then I can tell you, but if I don't get it from spirit, I'm clueless. The only thing I can tell you is, you know, my husband is an Aries, and I don't know what moon he was born under. I don't know any of that, but he's totally an Aries, you know, and my son is totally his sign. But I'm just not well versed in that. Yeah, and she just, and a lot of the things that she saw concerning Shanann, I mean, I agree with a lot of it, you know, but you have to like, a lot of stuff that I get, okay, you guys, I got somebody trying to come through. Sorry. A lot of stuff that I get when I do readings, especially like for a YouTube video, wow, somebody's really trying to come through. I don't say everything that I get, okay? Because in my personal opinion, there are just some things that the last thing I would want, for example, Shanann Watts. If, and I'm just saying if, I'm just giving an example. It could be anybody, Joe Blow. But if, let's say, I saw something about Shanann Watts that I thought was negative, I probably wouldn't necessarily put that out there. I feel like her family, they've been through enough hell. Why do they need to hear the negative side when their child's dead and their grandkids are dead? Like, you know what I mean? So I applaud Sloan that she's, how do I say this? Sloan can get away with that. She got that bleach blonde hair and she's gutsy and she's from LA. You know, she's from Canada living in LA and she can get away with that. I just feel differently, you know, that I wouldn't. There are certain things like that. Like I was able to get certain things concerning Shanann that I chose to leave out, not to put in there. You know what I mean? Now, if I got really nasty things about Chris, which I have, and I've continued to get nasty things about him, you know, from spirit, I definitely have no problem putting that out there because he's a piece of shit and I hope he rots in prison. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I applaud her. She's got guts and she has no problem putting shit out there. I just, yeah, she does see a lot of the dark stuff. And there again, like, I think a lot of that has to do with where she is in life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not living in LA. I'm not dealing with all the, you know, all the little child molesters, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm not in that area having to deal with those kind of people. She is. So, yeah. It was really hard for me to watch Sloane, Shanann Watts, the second one. It was really hard to watch. If I'm being honest, I skipped through a little bit and then I just stopped. Here's how I am, okay? I feel everything from everybody, you know? So sometimes when I watch, and it's not just, don't get me wrong, I'm not just talking about Sloan Bell. I'm saying anything, like if I watch a movie and, you know, there's a lot of violence, it starts to get to me. Certain things really get to me. Yeah. So that just kind of like got to me, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I don't have the kahuna she has, I guess. I don't know the word. Hey, Jersey Scraper, how's it going? Let me guess, are you from New Jersey? Oh, I'm so funny. I'm sorry. Wow. Wow, that's cool, Cynthia. Right, Ken? That's astrology and astronomy and numerology and, you know, I don't know. I could never. I don't think I could even retain all that information, like, seriously. Justin. Yes, I do believe that they're together. 100%. I don't think that Patsy Ramsey gets off because, you know what I mean? Like, she knew what went down. You know, but that should just prove to everybody. I have somebody that's trying to come through, but they're not, like, coming through all the way. So, sorry guys, I start playing with my hands once I say that. Sorry. I mean, that just goes to show you that you can make mistakes in life and still be in a good place in death. You know what I mean? Like, I always say how you are in life is how you are in death, which is true. You know, if you're a complete asshole when you're alive, then guess what? You're going to be an asshole when you're dead. You know what I mean? Sorry, guys. This guy will not come through all the way. I got this guy. He's probably like, I don't know, 45 years old maybe. He's not, like, I don't know how to explain it. He's not coming through all the way, so he's not, like, talking. Do I feel when another psychic's reading? You mean like, yeah, I mean like when I watch, if I watch another psychic, then I get stuff. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Even if I watch, you know, a video, I get stuff. Because I was watching those two sisters, you know, video, doing a reading on this A-lister, and I was getting all kinds of stuff. And like what they were getting, they weren't getting anything. And it had nothing to do with this guy, you know. You could clearly tell the guy was like uncomfortable, which cracks me up because I was like, why would you post this video? You know what I mean? I mean, I know they have probably millions of subscribers and so they make money off of it, but I would never have posted a video like that. Like, it was clear that the guy was like, these two girls are clueless. Wait, here. Let me do their little hair toss, sorry, for dramatic effect. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, no, I got a guy coming through, and it's driving me bonkers. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I would imagine it would take years and years to learn. I mean, that's just so much like I mean, I would think it would be like a lot of memorization. You know what I mean? Like learning about the signs and what they mean and, you know, what moon you're born under. And I mean, it would just be like so much to retain. It wasn't David Letterman. This guy was like big. Like at the time, he was in several different movies. Like he played a really good stripper in a movie. He was like the lead star as a stripper in a movie. I don't want to say his name. But and it's not like it's any big deal. I mean, everybody knows this person has a baby now. You know what I mean? Like it was years ago. So yeah, this guy just come through or leave me alone. I hate when spirit does it. Sorry guys. All right, am I behind? Let me see. No. Oh, maybe I am. Did I miss anything? We have a couple of new people tonight, huh? Ken, do you keep track of all that? We have like, what, 4 or 5 new people. That's pretty cool. Yeah, she's really blunt. That's true. Yeah. You guys, so let me tell you, this is so sweet. So everybody remember Joe Pickler, right? So his mom, Kathy, she is such an amazing human being. Like I've talked to her quite a few times and we keep in touch and she's an amazing woman. So she texted me one day and she's like, what size do you wear? She's like, I want to make something for you. I want to send it to you for Christmas. You guys, it was so sweet. So she sent me this box. I got this box of something she made. She is so sweet, you guys. I hope and pray we find her son soon because she is just, I just love her. She's good people. Justin, I mean, there have been times like if I have Chiari and I've had 9 brain surgeries, so I get like a lot of nasty headaches. So a lot of times when I have a nasty headache, obviously I'm not at my best. So if someone tries to come through, I usually shut them out. I mean, I can like, for the most part, I can like shut them out. Okay. Now like today, I shut them out earlier, but this guy's still trying to come through, which if they're really persistent, they can. What's up?
Hey, if this guy, what's he look like? If he's not coming through, maybe you can describe him.
Well, duh, like I didn't think of that, honey.
Oh, did you describe it?
No, but I will. I'm trying to get more information.
Oh.
Thank you, honey.
Tell him I could beat him up.
Get lost. My husband's crazy. So yeah, there are times when I have to kind of like shut him down, or tell him leave me alone. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of spirits will come through at one time, and I can't take that. It physically just drains me and emotionally drains me. I can't take that. I don't know, Dawn. This guy's like, yeah, he's probably mid-40s. 5'9", balding, brown hair, olive-colored skin. He's a little chubby. Yeah. The problem is I'm not getting like anything. Like he's not connecting with me saying that, this is why I'm here, or I'm here to see so, you know what I mean? Like he's not giving me anything. Oh wow, Ginger, that's cool. You know what? Nothing is a coincidence, people. You know that, right? Nothing is a coincidence in life. Exactly, Hula Bunny. I mean, I feel so bad for Shanann. Was she a type A? Did she have to have everything organized and perfect? Of course. Did she want her family to look perfect? Yes. You know, I don't think she's a bad person. You know what I mean? Like nothing warrants being murdered. You know what I mean? Like nothing warrants being murdered, especially by a so-called person that loves you and your kids, and then to kill your children. Like, ooh, Lisa, you get migraines. Yeah, these headaches that I get with Chiari are like brain pressure headaches. They're from when the pressure rises. I have a VP shunt that helps with it, but I still get like these horrific headaches. I mean, I like the worst. Oh, really, Afton? You're from where Joe's from? Wow, his mom, man, I love her. She's so sweet. Hey, Tammy, how's it going, girlfriend? Okay, John, this isn't your brother then. This guy, he doesn't like look really older. You know what I mean? Ginger, as far as tarot cards go, I've said this before. I can't do tarot. I've tried. I've tried. I can't do it. Like my, I guess, third eye and my psychic ability comes through, and so the cards are kind of useless to me when I try to use them. They don't make sense to me. That's just me. I believe that we're all born with gifts, right? And especially as children, we all have it. I'm not sure why some people get stronger and stronger with time. I don't know, but I definitely think with tarot that I do think you have to have gifts. You know what I mean? I believe you have to have gifts for sure. Ken, you do tarot, don't you? You're trying to learn tarot? My dad passed almost 2 years ago. Miss him a lot. I feel your pain. I was just saying it earlier. I miss my mom and dad. It sucks this time of year, you know? My parents have been dead for years, but it still sucks. Yeah, Lisa, I know what you mean. Definitely. Okay, over a hussy. Yep. Exactly, Pat. Over a hussy. That's all she was. And let me tell you something. You will never, I don't give a crap what anybody says. That NK chick, she knew more than what she said. She walked away without getting any charges put against her, and she should have had charges put against her. I don't give a crap. Hula Bunny, I can only tell you what I've witnessed, like Charles Manson and the JE guy, which I'm not saying his name because he harassed me. I've just been able to get rid of him recently. He supposedly hung himself in jail, the JE guy. So, Manson, him, they're not in a good place. So all I know is the spirits that I've connected with, they were shitty in life and they're shitty in death. I mean, sorry you guys. I know I cuss too much sometimes. I'm sorry. Really, Ken? I don't know, I guess, no, let me rephrase that. So, yeah, okay, maybe you don't need an ability to learn tarot. Gotcha. I will just say this. Um, the one girl that did a tarot reading on me that was 100% accurate, she definitely had, like, psychic ability. So I guess I just have always assumed, you know what that means, don't you? I made an ass out of you and me. Yeah. You know what, Ken? I actually looked her up. Southern Soul. She's a cool chick. Like I really liked her. Yeah. That's what it is, Desiree. Hey, Desiree Green, how are you? It's intuition. That's what it is. And fortunately, most women have a really good intuition, don't we? You know, when they were trying to find Osama bin Laden, I was sitting back like, all you have to do is go out there and find 10 moms, send them over there, they'll find his butt. They don't even have to be a mother. You send a woman over, they'll find him. Right? Like, that's so true. But especially moms too, right? Because like we have eyes in the back of our head. Yeah, patience is one thing I do not have. Maybe that's why I don't do well in tarot. Ask my hubby, he will tell you. Ask my son, he will tell you. Ask anybody in my family. I don't have a lot of patience. That's one thing that I work on a daily basis. I do, Christina. I did. I want to try to. I've been actually trying to connect with the two girls, Abby and Libby, from the Delphi murders, and I've actually been in contact with some people that are passing some information along to the proper authorities in that case, because I definitely was able to see like a lot more since I did that video, and the information that I got I'm not going to put out there because they need to arrest this son of a bitch. So yeah. Exactly, Ginger. He's here for the live stream. He's driving me nuts, I can tell you that right now. That's why I'm playing with my hair. Do you ever, have you ever had a little kid do this, like, you know how they like, mom, 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 like that? That's what this guy feels like. But he won't communicate with me. But he's like, hello, hello, hello. But he's not communicating. So, yeah, he's pissing me off. Oh, wow. That's wild, Lisa. I'll tell you, when my youngest son was little, my dad had passed away. And he woke us up in the middle of the night. And he said, I just saw Pawpaw. And I was like, you did? And he was like, yeah. He was on a horse, on a white horse, and he came into my bedroom. And I was like, okay. So he keeps talking. Now, this kid is like 3 at the time, I think. Excuse me. And he was always very, like, smart, but his speech was slightly delayed. And anyway, so he wanted to talk to Grandma, my mom. And she lived in the Midwest. So I called her in the middle of the night, and I said, Mom, I'm so sorry, but you have to listen to what Chris has to say. So Chris proceeds to tell her specific details about what she needs to do with her finances. He was 3. How did he know about refinancing the house and adding in the credit cards to roll it over into the mortgage? And he knew specific stuff, guys. Yeah. So, my son, it's always been there. That's crazy, Lisa. That's so crazy. You had to be a Karen at Walmart today. What happened, Kim? Tell me, girl. Do tell, do tell. You know what? I was actually at Walmart this morning. Yeah. I didn't have to deal with any Karens, thankfully. Oh my god, my tea tastes so good, you guys. Thirsty. I agree, Ken. I mean, I've seen tarot readers before through the years on YouTube, and I'm like, they're good. I get it, Desiree. But I do think, Ken, you have good intuition. I do think you have to have, you know, at the very least, a really good intuition. I do believe that. Oh my god, you guys, I wanted to talk about somebody else and I can't remember. Ugh. Kim, don't you hate those people like that? Bye, Darlene. Get fit. Go work out. Muscles. Yeah, I gotta get back to eating healthy and working out, y'all. It's been bad. And guess what I'm doing tomorrow? My son's girlfriend and her daughter are coming over, and we're gonna bake all day tomorrow. So I seriously doubt I'm gonna lose any weight doing that. Chris.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
Are you spending the night?
Yeah.
Yeah? True, Cynthia. True. Oh, yeah, Suzanne, yeah. God, I feel so bad for her. I wish they would find her. Yeah, that's what's so pathetic. Is these cashiers work their butt off. They put their life in jeopardy. And then you have moronic managers that can't help. Desiree. You know what, Desiree? Let me tell you something. I would have 4 boys to 1 daughter anytime, any day. My daughter was hard. She was like payback from hell. Like, you know, everything was dramatic. You know, something little happened and she was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. You know, oh my god, she drove me nuts. I love her, but she drove me crazy. Yeah, so Suzanne Morphew. I have videos on her. I haven't gotten anything new. I haven't gotten anything new on her. I still see her, you know, entombed. Entombed is a word. Like in a small area, I still think Barry Morphew did it. I see deception. And I said from the beginning, I don't know if he actually had an affair or if he was just like in the early stages of talking to another woman. But there was definitely someone involved, someone else. I don't know that he actually went so far as to start an affair. But I definitely think he was involved. I feel like she's close to home. You know, I don't mean like 300 miles away. I mean like, I really feel like she's like, here's the thing. It's like, I don't know how to say it, but she's like right there. Like, yeah, I don't know how to say it, but she's right there. They've been so close to where she is. You know what I mean? They've been so close to where she is. Like, I can feel it. Very true, Afton. Deja vu. Yeah, you should definitely like remember when you have your deja vus. There's a big time reason for having them. I bet Desiree. I'm telling you, my daughter. She was tough. Yeah. Encased. Yeah, that's the word, Lisa. Hi Naya, how you doing? Ken, I saw the orbs. Wow. You have to let me know how that's going. I know, Kim. Colorado. All them killers in Colorado. I bad Hulu, buddy. I told my kids that too, but you know what? I really did. They were always like, how did you know? Like, I would know shit. When they came home, I'd be like, got in trouble in school today, huh? They never knew. I'm like, duh, you dummies. Aw, you trying to playroom into a bedroom? How old's your youngest, Afton? I know, Ken, right? And throughout the pandemic, whenever I go into the store, I always say, thank you for working. I appreciate you. And my husband's always like, why do you say that to everybody? And I'm like, because, like, these people go in there and they bust their, 8 hours a day, sometimes longer. They get no appreciation. They get cussed out. And, if you take the time to be nice to them, maybe they'll have a good day. So, like this one cashier that I always have at Walmart, I always talk to her. She's a sweetheart. And during the pandemic, I said, thanks so much, for working. How's it been? And I mean, she was just like, girl, like, I've had people cussing me out all day. I felt so bad for her. I was like, well, just know that I appreciate you. You know what I mean? And she's like, wow, you don't know how much that really does help, So, people, I always thank them when I walk into Walmart, the door greeters, I thank them. When I get to the cashier, I'm like, thank you so much. They're putting their life in jeopardy, working a job that they work their butt off. Excuse me, they don't get paid much. Least you can do is say thank you. Excuse me. He does seem like that type of man, Christina, but I don't think it had anything to do with her cancer. I said from the beginning, I saw deceit, I saw dollar signs. That was the other one, dollar signs. So I don't know if she had a big life insurance policy or I don't know, but I always saw dollar signs. And I don't know if he did it 100% on his own. I've never gotten anyone else that helped, but there's like a question there. What? You've got to be kidding me, Ken. What a piece of... I would love 5 minutes with Barry Morphew. I would have that boy down on his knees begging to go to jail and get away from me. 5 minutes with him. I want 5 minutes with him. Ugh, Kim. Jeez, I am so sorry to hear that. Yeah, Pat, they couldn't get away with anything. Nothing. Aw, your youngest is 7. Aw. Yeah, so I helped on this one case, okay, where this girl had supposedly, and I happened to know her mother, right? Her mother was like a close friend of mine, but I had never met this girl, right? Okay, so she had gotten into drugs, unfortunately, and she had supposedly rented a room from this house in this place in Bowie, Maryland. And it was like supposedly a crack house, I guess. Like, so the guy who supposedly owned the house called 911 and said, hey, I got this girl and I think she died of an overdose. You need to come. So they get there. She had been dead for like probably a day, they said. So they called her mom and they said, you want to come over here and get her belongings. The police called her. So she goes over to get her daughter's belongings. While her daughter's boyfriend said the daughter had just gotten she was on like disability and she got like a disability check. So she had literally just gotten her disability check the day before. And I guess what she would do is get it and then cash it. So when the mom went to get her personal belongings, there was no money in her purse, right? So she called me. She asked if I could help in any way. I said, yeah, maybe I can. So I ended up talking to a detective. And he said, can you come in here? I went in. I told him how I knew the family, what I knew. I told him like what I knew from a psychic perspective. And I knew that the guy was like in the building. I could feel him. I don't know how to explain that, but I could feel him. And he said, okay, so I brought the guy in for questioning. He's like, would you do me a favor and like, if I wear an earpiece, would you stand behind the mirror and like feed me questions, about what you're getting? And I'm like, sure. So I did. And long story short, because this could be drawn out for like days, she had been murdered. She was murdered. This guy and his girlfriend had injected her, basically forced an overdose to steal her money because she had like $1,800 and they were druggies and they wanted the money. So that's why I say if I could have 5 minutes with Barry Morphew, I think I could bring him down. Desiree, that piece of, who is he trying to fool? That's what I don't get. Who is he trying to fool? If he didn't kill her, he was involved. Oh my God. That just drives me nuts. I would love to go to Salida. I would love to accidentally on purpose run into Barry. Because I would have a few things to say. Trust me, if I had the money, I would hop on a plane right now. I'm totally serious. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous for her family. You know what I mean? And the sad reality is she has 2 girls out there. And those 2 girls are sitting there thinking, did our dad do it? Was he responsible? Was he a part of it? Can we trust him? Can we not trust him? You know what I mean? Like those poor girls have got to be like in major turmoil. They may not show it on the outside, but they are. They are. They're trying to figure out in their head, okay, was my dad involved like everybody's saying? I mean, come on. They're not little. It's not like they're 10 years old. Yeah. There you go, kid. Oh, it just burns me up. I mean, if nothing else, here's kind of how I feel. If nothing else, if I talk to him, I would know for sure whether he was involved or not. You know what I mean? Like, it just bothers me. All I can say is, yeah, her dad did just pass away recently, yeah. But all I can say is I could care less about Barry, okay? I'm worried about the girls. I'm worried about Suzanne's brother, her nieces, her nephew, I mean, obviously Barry's not too affected by all this now, is he? He's renting his house out to people. Didn't he like sell her car or something? And how do you do that to somebody you've been with since you were in high school? If you love, you know what I mean? Like if he really loves her. And how can you do that to your daughters? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think mom's coming back. So you don't mind if I sell her car, do you? I mean, I don't think she's coming back. Yeah, I don't know, Ginger. I don't know why he's lingering. He's still here. I don't know. Night, Christina. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. Exactly, Ken. What's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point after all these months? You weren't there helping with any of the searches, other than your own independent searching you did, and that oh, my friend searched this 200-mile radius or whatever the hell he said. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't look for her when it made sense. So now all of a sudden you're passing out flyers looking for her? I don't think so. And like I said, she's right there. I don't know how else to explain it, but other than what I get, is she's right there. Like, people have been like all around her. It drives me bonkers. Drives me absolutely crazy. Thanks, guys. He is, Pat. He is definitely Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, 180%. Like, that's why I feel like if I were around him, I would. No, let me rephrase that. If I were around him, I would know. I'd be able to feel it. You know what I mean? Like, exactly, Lisa. That's what I said. Let me tell you something. If anything ever happened to my husband, anything ever happened to him, I would be screaming at the top of my lungs, like, begging every news station I could find, every police officer, every detective, like, I need help over here. You know what I mean? He hasn't done any of that. What, his stupid little 30-second message where he's shaking his head no the whole time? Like, excuse me. Ladybug, hey, what's up? Yeah, he just, yeah. Let's see. Do spirits know when they've passed on? Have you ever had to explain death to one? Yes, tons of times. In fact, a lot of spirits, in a lot of readings that I've done, they've said, like, I didn't even know I was gone. I didn't know I was dead. I looked down. I could see myself, they all describe it differently, but yeah, plenty. Yeah, definitely, Pat. They're definitely a lot of them, especially like the people. A perfect example was the Pulse nightclub shooting when that happened. Because it was so traumatic and it happened so quickly that they didn't realize what had happened. You know what I mean? When it's traumatic like that, or the Las Vegas shooting, same thing. When it's something fast and unexpected like that, we're not. I'm saying, like, okay, you're 65 years old, you have a heart attack and you die. That's not expected, but it's kind of easy to see, if you know what I mean. But if you're walking down the street and somebody shoots you in the head and you die, you're not expecting that. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, where am I? What's going on? You know what I mean? Like, there's like a lot of confusion. I had a couple of people after the Pulse nightclub shooting. Yeah, that was really bad. But yeah, anything that's like fast or sudden like that or unexpected. Oh, the other thing was the Malaysian airline crash where the plane disappeared. That was another one. Desiree, honestly, I don't know. The only thing I can say is, I don't know, maybe he's a sociopath, maybe he's a psychopath, I don't know. I mean, I don't understand that because I'm the same way. There are two things that make me cry: when someone gets married and someone dies. So I don't know. I mean, other than if you just, maybe he just got to the point to where he hated her for whatever reason. He despised her and he just couldn't have cared less. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. I just know he's a POS and yeah. Yeah, exactly, Ken. Your bobcat took her down. That's right. That's exactly right, Ken. Aw, hey, Tammy. Thank you, girl. I try really hard, but you know, it's hard to deal with some of these people. Very more few. You know, I would love if he would contact me. Yeah. If I can't go to Salida to see him, I would love for him to contact me. That would be a nice conversation. I'm sure I could think of a few things to say. Oh yeah, don't do that, Kim. Oh no. See, I'm one of those people, like, if I get really pissed off, I cry. So years ago when I worked in, you know, in offices, I had a boss that just pushed me to the point to where I was ready to hurt him, you know? I was like envisioning myself like throwing him against the wall and hurting him physically. Like this guy was just it was horrible. He hated women and he treated women like crap. And anyway, so he got me so upset, so angry one day that I started crying. And he was like, "Oh, sweetheart." He comes over and says, "Oh, sweetheart," and passed me on the shoulder. I was like, first of all, don't call me sweetheart. Second of all, don't touch me. And oh, you have no earthly freaking idea why I'm crying. You know, he thought I was crying because I was sad. I was like, oh no. Oh no. I was crying because I was ready to kill him, you know. Yeah. So I'm one of those type of people. I cry. I'm emotional. Even when I'm pissed, I cry, right? So I try hard not to, especially when I was dealing with that guy because he was such a jerk. I tried so hard not to cry, but I did. I hated him. I was so happy. I will never forget this as long as I live. It was a government contracting company. I came into work on a Monday and they were like, "Oh, we have some bad news." And I was like, "Oh, what's that?" "We're doing a reorg." That was the first and only time I was the happiest human when they said that I would no longer be working with him. And they were like, "Oh, we thought you were going to be upset." I was like, I'm happy, trust me. What's up?
If you got in front of Barry, the same thing, you would do the same thing that you did to the guy down in Charlottesville.
That's what I'm talking about, honey.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oh, you're talking about, oh, he's talking about something different. My hubby was talking about, so without going into too many details, there was this huge case in Charlottesville, Virginia. And it consisted of a college girl that went missing, okay? I don't want to talk about the specific case or anything. Anyway, so, yeah. So they asked me, you know, if I could come in, if I could read anything from him, which I was able to. He ended up, long story short, he ended up, you know, breaking down and confessing because I was able to, like, see a few things, and so I mentioned him to the detective and to the deputy sheriff. Was there a deputy sheriff? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So he ended up breaking down, and he is now sitting his bum in prison for the rest of his life. Thank you very much. He was a big POS. Hula Bunny, I can, like, sometimes, like, okay, when I saw Barry when he did that video where he was like, "Whenever you want, whoever has you, please bring her back." That video, I was getting stuff off of that, but I haven't gotten anything because he hasn't really been on anything to where, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. Pat Carlson, oh my gosh, I know. That was insane. I've actually been in communication. Okay, so believe it or not, there's this young lady in Malaysia. She contacted me. and I don't want to go into too many details, but I'm going to try to connect with someone from that flight again because I've learned some new information, and yeah, stay tuned for that. Yeah, I get you, Desiree. I definitely, I keep seeing people around her. It drives me nuts too because I'm not seeing anything else. But there's definitely like people around her. And at first I didn't feel like she was anywhere near water. Okay, so at first I was like, no. And everybody was like, oh, this psychic said she's in water. This psychic said she's in water. And I'm like, I don't get that. But since then, I don't feel like she's in water. Okay, I still don't feel like she's in water. But I do feel like she's possibly near water, like really close proximity to water. And like I said, I feel like so many people have been around her. So whether that means they've walked past where she is, or they've boated past where she is, or they've driven, like I feel like people are like all around her. Yeah. Thanks, Justin. Yeah. I'm a pretty open book. Desiree, trust me, I wanted to beat the crap out of that dude. He was such an idiot. I know. Desiree, that's just like a bad thing for us women. That's true, Ken. That would be, you know what? If they were smart, that's what they would do. I think, honestly, I think they need to get in there with like, okay, so I think I talked about this on a video a long time ago, Suzanne Morphy, but I saw like the bathroom I saw, and this was a long time ago before I even knew, I knew the only thing I'd seen was that picture of like their family room with them sitting in it. And I remember thinking, that's so masculine. There's not a feminine touch anywhere. So when I was seeing it play out, I saw this bedroom, right? And it was very masculine. And the bathroom was very masculine. And I saw blood. I saw blood like on the bathroom floor. Yeah, so I think they need to get in there because when I was seeing the bathroom, okay, I haven't seen a picture of this bathroom that I'm talking about. But it has like, like the French tile, and then it has the grout lines, right? Yeah, it's like, maybe it's not French, maybe it's Italian tiles, but it's like a bigger tile on the floor, and there's grout around it. And I swear, if they got in there, maybe even dug up a couple of those tiles, like maybe there would be blood evidence that it seeped down in, biohazard. Yeah. Because I saw him strangling her. Excuse me, but I saw blood. And I don't think I ever figured out where the blood came from. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. I wish it could be easy. Like, it gets to me. Like, I wish it could be easy. Yeah. Right, Ken? Right. Oh, wow, Lisa. Somebody emailed me and told me about, crap, what's her name? Psychic Donna Serafina, I think it is, or something. Someone told me about hers, and I think I watched a little bit of it. but I wasn't really getting what she was getting. Yeah, so I don't know. Oh, Sloan saw her killed in the shower. Okay. I saw her being drugged across the bathroom. I didn't actually see him doing it. It's weird. I knew that he strangled her, and I saw him dragging her across the bathroom, and I saw blood, and I was like, where's the blood coming from? I don't know. He's definitely a narcissist. Yeah, Justin, I do sometimes. I have animals come through sometimes. Yeah, especially if I'm doing like a private reading. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Kim. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's where the blood came from. Because I don't remember ever seeing him strangling her. For some reason, I just knew that he strangled her, and then I saw him dragging her. And I remember thinking after the fact, like, there's blood evidence there. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like it was a huge pool of blood, but there was enough that it could have soaked down into the grout to where, you know. Right, Ken. There you go. I don't know, Ken. That's what, at first, that's what I was thinking is maybe he strangled her and she got her nosebleed from it. But I don't know because when I'm seeing him drag her, I'm seeing blood, but I don't see it like physically coming from her. So maybe it's like Kim said, maybe like he slammed her head against, you know, the tile or something and caused it. I don't know. But I do know that Donna Serafina, is that her name? She was talking about how Suzanne was in water. And I never got that. Like, I never got that. So I don't know. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. It's, you know, I could be wrong. Who knows? But yeah, it's like with JJ and Tylee, you know, I was able to see at the end, like, I knew they were buried on a family's property. I knew that. I was getting that 100%. And then I remember, like, duh, their stepdad, you know? I remember that clicking, and I said it in the video, and sure enough, that's where they were. And, you know, here's the problem. A lot of times when I don't have a personal attachment to the case, and when I mean a personal attachment, I mean, like, you know, if someone's passed away and someone asked me to do it, and I do it for a YouTube video, and I don't personally know, a lot of times I'll get little things, and I'll just, in my mind, I'm like, oh, that doesn't have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? I'll, like, toss it aside, and then after the fact, I'm like, well, crap, I saw this, this, and this, but I didn't say anything because I'm a dumbass, and I was doubting myself, you know? So, yeah. But a lot of times when like I said, if I don't have a personal attachment, so if I'm working for a family or for a police detective and they tell me about the case and I learn about the person, then I have like a personal connection. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, like I said, when I do these kind of cases, if there's no personal connection, a lot of times I doubt myself, and I have to stop doing that. So I think what I'm going to start doing is no matter what, I'm going to say everything that I get in a video. I may not put it out there on YouTube, but I'll at least have it in archive that, you know what I mean, for myself. Because I have to stop doubting myself. I do that a lot, and it's a part of being a woman. It's a part of coming from, you know, having a lot of issues in my past and a lot of abuse issues and stuff like that with people, that I doubt myself. Even my psychic abilities, I doubt myself, people. I'm like any other person. Just like you, trust me. There you go, Ken. Oh, okay. Donna's the only one that said water. Okay. Yeah. But it's just, it's so hard. Yeah, Chad, a dumbass. I mean, I wish they could all be. And I don't, when I say that Tylee and JJ, when I say this, I don't mean that their case was simple by any means. Please don't take that wrong. Their case is horrible, you know. Um, but I mean, in that I was able to see where they were buried, like, why can't it be that easy with every case? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But the Suzanne Morphy case is really getting to me lately, so I just wish I could like connect with her more and get some more information. It's a really hard one, you guys. I mean, Tylee and JJ was horribly hard. I still like, anytime I think about it, like, it's, to me, it's just pathetic that they're not, neither one of them is sitting on death row yet. You know what I mean? Like, and then poor little Gannon Stout. When is that psycho going to come up for court? Exactly, Lisa. That's like I said before. There aren't any coincidences. Nothing's a coincidence. You know what I mean? I can tell you without a doubt that she killed quite a few people. She's a mass murderer, and so is Chad, as far as I'm concerned. They're both mass murderers. Justin, they do. I have one detective that I do things for, that I pick up cases, and then he'll get calls from other people that have cold cases or a problematic case, or yeah. She is a Black Widow. Oh my God, she's a horrible person. The sad reality is, where she's going, she better be praying to somebody that knows her, because, I mean, come on. If anybody's going to go to hell, it's this woman. Like, sitting there talking about that God's doing this and that, and oh, God told me this and God told me that, and then her kids end up dead, by her own hand, and all these other people end up dead by her own hand. I mean, she's going down. Oh, wow, Hula Bunny. I didn't know that. Lisa, you and me both, man. I would take that girl down. Someone wanted me to do a reading on her. Is it her dad or stepdad? I think it was her dad that was run over by a car. Hey, Ocean Wave, how's it going? Julie, yeah, I did the Maura Murray case already. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kim. Lori, there's one psychopathic mass murderer that did come out of Colorado, right? That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, I did the Maura Murray case. That's another sad one. I feel really bad for her family. I feel really bad for her family. And unfortunately, everybody seems to think that one guy killed her, and that's not what happened. So that's a really sad case. Yeah, definitely check it out, Julie. Yeah, Gannon Stout, man. His stepmom. Ugh. But I think it's her biological dad. He was hit by a car. He was run over by some lady. He's on my list. He's coming up pretty soon. I think I have like 3 or 4 more people and then him. I'm pretty curious to like connect with him and find out about that psycho daughter of his. Very true, Julie. Watch my video. It was these 2 guys. Yep. You know what? Poor little Jody. Oh, that is just so damn sad. Wow. I didn't know that hula bunny. Wow. Yeah, that little girl Jody. Oh my god. I got some things at the beginning, but I haven't gotten anything in a long time. I should try to see if I can get anything else. That was another sad case. My mom was really good friends with a bunch of Amish people. We have Mennonites in our family, and we had this lady. Her family's Amish, and her 2 daughters would come out and stay with us in DC, and they would stay for like a month in the summertime. And they would come with me to my son's baseball game, and I'd have to work the snack bar, and they'd be in there with their bonnets on, working the snack bar, and amazing people, like amazing people. I learned a lot about their faith, and their strong beliefs and why they do what they do and all that, and just really cool people, really good people. I mean, and let me tell you, I miss all the Amish restaurants in Indiana, okay? Whenever I go see my family, I gain like 25 pounds because I go to all you can eat Amish buffets. But I just really miss them. I haven't talked to them in a while. I hope they're all doing well. But yeah, just that little girl, gosh, so sad. So daggone sad. The Doomsday Mother. Oh wait, are you talking about Doomsday Mother? Who are you talking about, Kim? Wow, Desiree, really? Wow. It was, yeah. Can I just tell you, I feel like it was someone that he was close to. He definitely knew the person, I can tell you that. Yeah, I thought Lori Vallow was a doomsday mom. Is that right, Kim, or are you talking about somebody else? Yeah, Tammy, that's the little girl I was talking about. I got some things at the beginning, but I haven't gotten anything in a long time. Yeah, Desiree, he definitely knew this person. He knew this person. And a girl was involved too. I feel like there was a fight. But I don't feel like it was a fight over the girl. I feel like the girl instigated a fight. Wow, yeah. Okay, Kim, that's who you were talking about. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she's a psycho, that woman. Daggone, Desiree. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my god, that's insane. Wow. Thanks, Ken. Ken always has my back. Look at her. All right, you guys, I'm going to get off here.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Desiree Green, 20-year-old nephew.
I was just talking about it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What, did you think I skipped it? I didn't skip that.
No, I didn't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it, honey. I was talking to her about it.
Okay. Yeah, come to bed, baby.
Ew. Bake, relax, repeat. Really? What is his name? Joe what? Desiree, I hate to say this, and please don't take this in the wrong way. As horrible as it was to be shot 11 times, it was good that he was shot 11 times because he would have had a tough life if he lived, if you know what I mean. And I mean, trust me, I'm not in your shoes, and I'm just saying he's like in a good place right now. I can feel him. Like, Joe Guy Jr.? Wow. I've never even heard of him. What a sicko. What What a sick puppy. Thanks, Kim. You too, Cynthia. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna try to post a video this next week. I got a lot going on behind the scenes, that stuff I'm not even talking about, but yeah. So I'm not sure about next Friday, and with Christmas coming, I may not do my lives anymore until after Christmas. So if I don't get to see you guys, check out my YouTube, check out my social media, leave me little notes on how your holiday's going, and that about does it for me.